Welcome to the National Institute of Academics. What is communism? Communism is a socio-economic system where resources are owned and shared by everyone equally, aiming for a classless society where everyone's needs are met. In theory, it aims for a classless society where everyone has equal access to resources and wealth is distributed fairly. It emerged as a response to the inequalities and injustices of capitalism. However, in practice, various forms of communism have been implemented differently, often resulting in centralized control by a single party, limited individual freedoms, and economic inefficiencies. Let's delve deeper into the principles and workings of communism. Common ownership of the means of production. In a communist society, the means of production, such as factories, land, and natural resources, are owned collectively by the community or the state. This eliminates private ownership and ensures that resources are used for the benefit of all rather than for the profit of a few individuals or corporations. Classless society. Communism aims to eradicate class distinctions by abolishing private property and wealth accumulation. Without private ownership of the means of production, there would be no capitalist class bourgeoisie exploiting the labor of the working class proletariat. Instead, everyone would contribute according to their abilities and receive according to their needs. Equal distribution of resources. In theory, communism advocates for the equitable distribution of resources, where everyone's basic needs for food, shelter, education, healthcare, and other essentials are met. This is achieved through central planning and allocation of resources based on need rather than market forces. Stateless society. A true communist society envisions the eventual withering away of the state as it becomes unnecessary in a classless, egalitarian system. In this vision, people govern themselves directly through democratic decision-making processes at the local level without the need for a centralized authority. Critique of capitalism. Communism critiques capitalism for its inherent inequalities, exploitation of labor, and tendency to concentrate wealth and power in the hands of a few. Marx and Engels argued that capitalism contains the seeds of its own destruction due to its internal contradictions, such as the tendency for profits to fall over time and the alienation of workers from the products of their labor. Revolutionary transformation. Marx believed that the transition to communism would require a revolutionary overthrow of the capitalist system by the working class. This would involve a period of socialist transition where the state temporarily holds power to facilitate the restructuring of society and the transition to communism. Practical implementations. Various countries have attempted to implement communist principles with varying degrees of success. The Soviet Union, China, Cuba, and other states established one-party rule and centralized economic planning in an effort to build socialist societies on the path to communism. However, these experiments have often been criticized for their authoritarianism, lack of political freedoms, and economic inefficiencies. Contemporary relevance. While the collapse of the Soviet Union and the global dominance of capitalism have led many to declare the end of communism, the principles and critiques of communism continue to influence political discourse and social movements worldwide. Issues such as income inequality, exploitation of labor, and environmental degradation keep the debate around alternative economic systems alive. In conclusion, communism represents an idealistic vision of a society where resources are shared equally, eliminating class distinctions and ensuring everyone's needs are met. While its principles have inspired social movements and political ideologies, practical implementations have often faced challenges, leading to critiques of authoritarianism and economic inefficiency. Despite this, communism continues to spark debates about economic justice, inequality, and the role of the state in shaping society.